Good times. This is killer. It's like a movie. It's live, guys. We're fixing to see some heads get busted. Some skulls get cracked. LA. Just amongst others. Sorry for the language. But I'm just thinking this is just too good of an opportunity for me not to stream it. I think this is so cool, like how this works nowadays.
Got a new link coming in. Hang on a second here, guys. New camera set.
Oh, nice.
This is Washington.
They were basically trapped in here. They were kettled in here. Everyone jumped the fence here so they can. It's an empty lot, and they had to jump the fence over there too. The exit route. They were letting them go east to the park in front of City Hall. I mean west.
Saved our asses. Get swept up by ICE and being sent back to be executed by the Taliban. I think it's fucking disgusting. And for the first time in my life, I burned an American flag before I came down here. Donald Trump
Fuck you.
He is a feckless traitor, and he's made America a pariah on the world stage. That's why I'm here.
This guy can go piss up a rope.
Valor going on here, maybe?
I don't give a shit what uniform he's wearing. Scumbag.
And Star Generals.
This is such a joke. Yeah. Yeah. Like, to my mind, this is a fight. This is a fight for the soul of our nation. Yeah, shut the hell up. Rolling back accomplishments, not MLK, not stuff that really meant something. He's talking about Black Lives Matter, painted sidewalks. What a pissant. This guy is a pissant.
Live by Dave D. Dozy for 10. I appreciate that.
anybody who uses or that's constantly denoting people's races. Every time he talks about someone, they're either a white person or a black person, a black man or a white man, white women, black bodies, blah 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 blah. It's bullshit. It's a scam. It's a Marxist scam. What does that make you? What does that mean? That you're special? That you know something we don't? Well, I know this much. If you were on the front line, you must not have been all that smart.
Bro, come on.
What a joke.
This guy comes over and is like,
What a joke, dude. This guy's pathetic. I mean, and it's this is the best looking version of a leftist woman. They're still ugly. They're still ugly.
Greg Hotwell Adams would allow Joe Biden to fertilize his sexes. You really think you allow that shit to happen? Trump has declared war on the state of California. He is sending the Marines in there to snatch up army veterans off the street.
To snatch up army veterans. Oh yeah. Marines, no less.
Expel those ICE invaders out of California. Nobody voted for Trump in my home state. Get them the hell out of there. And be willing to have other blue states send troops to the system.
You're wrong,
they
buddy.
just came out of a box yesterday.
Destroy Germany's democracy. You couldn't find
They look like they just came out of a box yesterday. Brand spanking new and shining.
Right, and who the hell wears real medals? I've never seen somebody that wore real medals.
If this ain't the most blatant stolen valor I've ever seen, this is pretty bad, bro. It's got a t-shirt on underneath this shit, too.
wait for the tanks to pull up to get you. They could snatch children, Mexican children, out of school and elementary school. They damn sure could come
Gunnery Sergeant Highway didn't have that many fucking medals, bro. Gunnery Sergeant Highway didn't have that many medals.
It is all about race, too. Oh, sorry about that.
To know about everything, any of the protest about,
This guy's an out-and-out communist. Forrest Gump was a good.
Rise up and defend our democracy. If you ever gave a damn
That
about
was
that
very
democracy,
on
if you
point.
ever gave a damn about that oath
Yeah, I'm
of
talking about an 8-star general here.
Whether it takes 10 months or 10 years, we're going to be absolutely relentless in our fight against white supremacy.
White supremacy. Are you kidding me?
what else can we do? What else can we do besides
Listen,
being in the streets?
I
But we're
think,
not in the streets.
listen, so
They're asking him like he knows what the hell he's talking about.
right, I watch countries
This
crumble,
dude doesn't know.
and we're there, right? Democracy is circling the drain. I don't
Democracy
know if
circling
we're
the
gonna go
drain. You sound like
I
a
don't know if
retard.
we're gonna do any of that. I really don't know that. I'm preparing my kids for the worst case scenario. I'm preparing self-defense.
I'll tell you what, brother.
And I think that everybody who is a student of history needs to understand
A student of history.
the problem with not understanding history.
Listen to this jackass.
And so
Made out
we're
of
here,
plastic.
Guys. I don't know if we're gonna vote our way out.
Someone needs to
But
ask him
that's
what
why I'm
his
still gonna
court is
protest
for,
anyway. I'm
and
gonna
if
vote.
I don't know. We're gonna vote our way out.
Or units.
If you-
LMAO, medals are easy to understand.
if you talk about
to
But
fake.
even with that, there is no guarantee.
Getting out of it any other way than
This
voting
is
out of
so
it, and there's
bad,
gonna be
dude.
problems.
Blown off the course. Remember, he brought one guy back from that plane. Imagine being rounded up and put on a plane and sent to a foreign death camp. Hitler used ovens. This guy's using foreign death camps right now. So it's the same shit, guys. We here. And unfortunately, I said this for years. I warned people.
Bunch of mentally
that
unstable
cannot
LARPers
let somebody
cosplaying as
piss you back
resistance.
in office.
They think they're Star
Because
Wars
you get a
rebels.
choice. You can
Dude,
pick
this
the
is
felon
crazy.
Or democracy, but you're damn sure to get to keep both of them. And they chose the felon. But
These
that's
are
what
such
we're here.
listless,
Service medals by each war movie.
misguided people.
If you think voting holding this hard.
They've seen too many
Try
movies,
5-second rushes, man.
just like
Try
these
watching
guys are saying.
farmlands be turned into minefields. Try watching
These
neighborhoods
these
be
morons think they're
Imagine ICE
a part of the
coming
Rebel
down. What you
Alliance.
gonna do when you got 20 men outside your door, ready to
This
breach
is
because
disenfranchised
Van Bonn
Americans.
It's like
at the
the-
center, the course of democracy.
They think it's
Basically.
four in prison.
their call to action.
Those are from
For their
those
generation.
medals look like they have chocolate in them.
I'm here,
As
my
a
kids
veteran,
are
what the
here.
hell is this?
So
I don't
have
know,
no choice
dude.
but to fucking fight. We've been fighting for hundreds of years. So it doesn't matter what dark choice we have to make, I'm gonna be here. Because
It doesn't matter what dark choice we have to make.
depending on what we do now. So
Correct
you
me, I
ever
don't
love
think
this fucking
Army
country,
senior
at any
NCOs
point,
have
you
forearm
get off
sleeves
your
like the
ass
Navy
and do
does.
what you can to fight for it because it's dying. Democracy is dying as we speak.
It's funny how this guy's out here in a dang costume, a daggone costume.
Given everything you just outlined,
Given everything you just outlined,
From
what a
talking about
moron.
slime and buds. Basic underwater demolition school.
I mean, what
Sir, this is a KFC, and you ain't no Colonel Sanders.
I mean, the Democrats are fucking feckless right now. You know, you got a couple of people, Jasmine Crockett. Thank God for Jasmine Crockett. Right, we got a couple of people who understand what's going on. What are you doing?
Thank God for Jasmine Crockett.
We're way
That
past,
woman,
strongly worded speeches. They're assassinating Democrats on the fucking streets. What are you gonna do?
she's a couple
What are you gonna
beers
do about
short
it?
of a six-pack,
Because here's the
man.
problem. Once the streets happen and once like the serious fighting starts,
The serious fighting starts.
right? If you still collecting the
Look at this fucking guy, Sergeant Major of Black Twitter.
You can't tell us that our democracy is dangerous, but then go out and book to him. So this man is seized in power. Like I've never seen happen before. And he's fucking winning right now. Right? The real problem is we're probably already
He's
in a
winning.
civil war. Right? They're already assassinating Democratic people. And
Huh? Yeah.
so it's just it's a damn shame they came to this point, but we here. And
I
so
don't know
no
if it
matter
is.
what, I'm gonna do my
I don't think this guy knows what he's talking about. I don't think
Right undertones of
he knows what here is.
like never before.
I don't think he has
And I
a
hope the
freaking
Democrats
clue.
light a fire
Wait
in their ass. First
until
of all, get some
the
of these
chocolate
old people
inside
out
his
here, no
Halloween
fucking
coins
retirees.
melt.
Get AOC, get some young blood in there.
Who said
Maxwell
that?
Frost, get some young people in here who are fired the hell up.
FYI, veteran
willing to
here.
fight and
Not
willing
that
to
that
lay on the
actually
line.
matters.
Because right now,
but
we're
rock
looking
on,
at
bro.
straight
Thank you. Appreciate it. Brought to you by the internet.
Can we get a picture together?
The little chocolate candies are gonna start melting.
I know. Like, why? There's a curfew. They put these people on notice. Not that long ago.
My wife says she thinks that that's Kamala Harris's stepdaughter, and that that's a paid actor. I don't know if that's true or not.
There's
He has, from what I
Sean
see,
Piker.
AAM ACORM and
This
good
guy's
conduct,
scum.
1 year service. I can't see the others.
And people want-
Yes,
they walk
that
up to
the
him wanting to
ACU
take pictures
jacket's
of
still
him.
used till 2027, but it looks sus as fuck. I'm a sergeant first
I just don't
class,
see it
right
as
now.
black and white as it, or the way it used to be, where
Somebody
I
fucking
could see
knows.
eye to eye with somebody.
Some crazy ass
A
dressed
Democrat.
fools must be special forces. That's right.
Hassan Piker
Fucking this
is
old
is
Kermit the Frog
is
thing.
nuts. He's a
Delta
lunatic.
Force, fucking Delta Force, Rainbow Six, fucking operative. Oh,
I can't stand how these people wear their
this
flags.
fucking- This chocolate. Oh, that's really funny though.
Something's mounting up what it looks like.
If a cop is armed, they're dangerous. If a cop is not armed, they're still dangerous. If a cop is in a vehicle, they're still super dangerous. Both in a protest environment like this.
Okay, I got a new link coming in.
This guy Hassan Piker was talking about
Dude,
like,
that was so fucking wild.
mutual cooperation or something.
You know, I mean,
About help
for all I
bringing
know, I don't know. He could be telling the truth. I have no
supplies.
fucking idea. You know, I don't know.
And stuff to the
What the fuck do I know?
protests or riots.
What do I know?
And he was talking about how they arrested the guy that brought those masks. He said it was like this this public service almost to do this stuff, and he was almost like laying out a manifesto, like the street guide to protesting.
All right, let's take a look here.
And he was like explaining all the different people and jobs there are to make these things happen.
Well, I have to say allegedly for the sake of the broadcast.
We all know.
Sorry, guys. Allegedly.
None of this stuff is grassroots.
People have some into it, but
All of
allegedly.
this
Okay, allegedly.
has been ordered. Has been ordered done. I mean, and that's kind of what sucks is that somebody made this happen. Somebody makes this happen.
Dude said
Every
he was there
time-
in Kosovo in '95, which means he'd be 48 at the youngest.
They get beat at the ballot box.
18 to join. Dude doesn't look that old.
They immediately
Allegedly.
fall back to lawlessness.
Major Payne's gone.
Really,
This is
they-
the channel for Major Payne. He's gone. What do you want me to do?
They have no
Not there
principles.
anymore.
The ends justify the means.
Of course. Thank you so much, Guava. Emily says, proud.
What is this?
If you are willing to break a principle, then it's not a principle.
He's telling the truth like Hassan is a serious debater.
That's
Allegedly.
just not a principle you hold.
Allegedly.
You know, that's something
40 with the 20. Thank you, bro.
no matter what you won't break. And if there is a circumstance that you will break it, then it is not a principle in which you hold.
Someone said Steel Team 6. Oh, man.
Think about this. All these people at the
Missing his
protests,
deployment badge on his right side. If he did indeed deploy,
It's
he's
like
a liar on deploying for sure. Most service members are proud to rep deployment
the
badges,
perfect
8-year veterans.
sized
Aren't they not
portion
supposed
of
to
the
go in
population
their dress blues to protest like this, though?
that are below
Wearing
average in
medals and shit? Aren't
intelligence.
they not supposed to do that? Isn't that
That's
taking
how
money
I
from
see
the-
it.
He has eight.
They seem to all be
Archon,
a little
which is
dim,
higher
to
than
say the
MSM.
least.
No way those medals are real.
They're all, I mean,
5 memberships. Thank you so much.
losers.
Allegedly.
Losers.
And
Who would spend their time
Allegedly.
doing this?
Boomer here reminds me.
You have
of
one
the
life
people
to
in
live.
This country in '69, effing mess.
memberships, that's really sweet.
For the people press.
And
20.
you're gonna go,
Jeff
you're gonna
Dillon
spend
says,
it
Andrew, how dare you knock
causing
yourself
trouble?
From your chat. Hey,
Thank you so much.
allegedly.
Okay, so we are going to close out
You know,
tonight's live
I think
stream.
everybody
Things are starting
has
to die
dipped their
down
toe in
here.
those waters,
Again, if you've been following us, John and I have
and everybody comes to the conclusion
What's
that,
Hassan doing?
or most people come to the conclusion that it's just not a good idea. That,
Oh, got an update notice here.
you know, crime doesn't pay, like they say.
From the Los
And I
Angeles
think
News
these are the
Scanner,
people
United States,
that just are
USMC,
slow
the
on
United
the
States Marine Corps will be
uptake,
utilized to enforce curfew after 30-minute
or they just
buffer,
don't
8:30
uptake at
Pacific
all.
time. So the Marine Corps is going to be enforcing curfew tonight, apparently.
Oh wow,
To be so radical.
the Marine
One of
Corps.
those glorious medals must have been when him and Captain Crunch helped overthrow helped overthrow the evil despot Count Chocula. He deployed in Warzone. I mean, maybe his KDS is really high. I don't know. Hassan thinks he's cool with the press vest, I guess.
Press vest. It's kind of a farce to me the way that all these
Almost at 50% of
These
the
press
goal,
guys
ladies and
like
gentlemen. $10,000
Douglas
gold.
Murray. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Douglas Murray. He's a decent guy. I mean, he has,
Yes, you're right, Andrew. We're taught
He's a good
in
debater, I
boot camp
guess,
never to rep Marine Corps gear and
and
volunteer.
he has a
service.
sort of erudition that gives him some
We'll make sure that we're following the
I
sort
think
of
when you're
weight
out,
in
there's
a
different
debate,
rules.
but
Though. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I think all the pretense and stuff is kind of it's just kind of lame, and they wear their press vest. Oh, the press, like, you know, this exclusive group. They've it's a contrived It's all contrived because the press at one point, that was a freaking blue collar job. You did an apprenticeship. You started when you were a kid out of school. And you learned how to be a journalist. You know, they wore the little press thing in there, the ribbon
What
on their
if
hat.
on December they had secular humanist decorations? You would not like it, Andrew. Yeah. What are you talking about? Trying to troll me, boy?
Whenever you need one more, just tell me.
You know, and these people, they can't be allowed
I
to
gotta conserve it. I gotta put it here because I lost the other one.
burn these cities down. I mean,
These side things, I think
if
they're
you let them do this,
I give you.
it doesn't
I've
get
had fun
better.
like 50.
We know this. We know this. We've seen it. I've seen it since I became an adult. Pretty much.
We've been just following this.
And it's just,
guy really
you know,
got
the
me
only
with that
time it
joke.
wasn't was when the Tea Party
That
was
his-
the deal.
chocolates on his fucking jacket.
Ironically enough.
It's like, because they do.
They
look like
actually
those
just
little-
peacefully
You know, we've
protested.
the little ones that look like coins. The little packaging on the circular chocolates that look, it makes them look like
Man,
coins. That's exactly what
It's
those
just,
look like. to me.
it's been nothing but these
It's really funny.
garbage violent protests, and they degrade into a riot, and then they will carry on for as long as you allow them to.
And in protest, it's like similar.
I'm sure you all saw, or you remember the Chaz Chop Zone, that garbage.
At which point, like,
Yeah, the
It's
Easter
just-
coins, exactly.
mean,
Yeah,
Kept,
it was so
it went
funny,
on
dude.
and on and on.
especially because you're around people.
It just got me, you know. Sometimes stupid ass jokes like that, I just fucking laugh about them for a good hour or two.
Goes at you with impunity. But like, when you're in a protest, they fucking literally will try to get you for anything. Like standing in the
Smoky
wrong
Man,
place,
bad, true.
looking intimidating. Whatever the fuck they see fit in that moment to try to open up. I would not go through there. They block that off. It's definitely better to stick to the streets.
How did it feel to destroying Shank and blowing up Tommy Lauren's brain? Can't wait to see you own some more on Pierce, not trying to distract in the stream, saying as a fan, I'll be back on and I'll be fucking tangling up with retards on there again. Don't worry about it. For sure.
The mace and the tear gas, it adds a different flavor profile to the citrus zin.
These guys are done. They were just mad about the parade Trump was putting on. They're going home.
Ha!
Saw Ridge. That's funny. I don't know.
Ha.
We'll see.
Like
Night's young.
I
You know,
I
if it
kind
winds
of
down,
do
it
hope
winds down.
that
You know?
that it just
It's been
goes
pretty
out with a
disappointing so far, I
whimper
got to tell you.
than a
I was
bang.
expecting the good comedy
Rather-
stuff
rather
rising
than
that
a
they've been
bang.
talking about.
Why are you saying turn around?
We just didn't get one.
Why?
Okay. All right, gotcha.
I'll settle for that.
Gotcha. Thank you. Appreciate it. New cam coming in. Looks like there's some other shit going on here. Stupid shit.
Okay.
All right. This one's live from Austin. Not much going on there.
It's crazy how. Why do they allow this stuff in Texas?
Okay, we're coming up on the federal building again. Let's see if we make it this time.
What the? Carrying children. This is so whack. These people are so whack. Hell yeah,
Up high on
I'm
that
so,
thing.
so glad they.
Show me what stupidity looks like. This is what stupidity looks like.
See what going on here.
He had so many knockoff badges, he looked like he was prestige level in the Boy Scouts. Boomer here. Don't these dopes realize that every one of these so-called protesters can be tracked from their cell phones, sort of like what they did to the... Well, I don't think so. I don't think they care.
Oh my God, that's a gun. That's a gun. Come on. Come on. Get out. Get over here. Jay,
You stupid ass people.
that was a gun.
You are some
Okay.
dumb ass
Okay.
people.
Okay.
Wow. That really was a gun. Somehow that woman. Everybody know, I guess a gun.
Okay.
The report from a gun is that unmistakable, huh? That's crazy. And literally everybody. She was the first one. She bolted first.
That is.
That's crazy. I wonder who popped it off.
If we go through that parking garage, we can get to where we're going.
Wow.
Where's the police? We need the police.
Right.
Where's the police? We need them.
Where's the
Where's these
police?
police?
Where are the police at?
Please help me, save me.
Right,
please,
the
save
gun
me,
goes
please.
off and they're all like, save me, save
You see him
me.
point at the cop. They're like, over there.
There's a
Oh, he's
cop.
over there. Go get him, officer.
Save me.
Go get him, officer.
There.
Fucking
Do you know a gun
assholes.
just went off, sir?
No, that was just a cracker.
Oh, morons. Morons. Bunch of morons. These...
Clear it out. Go west. Go west. Let's go.
Go west, go west.
Okay, we got SWAT coming in.
Uh-oh. The SWAT. The SWAT has...
She sounds so relieved, doesn't she? Oh, thank God, SWAT's here.
I've noticed something watching these protests that the women, the officers,
Oh, thank God, there's a SWAT team here.
none of these
Oh,
women,
I'm
they
so
do not
relieved.
like chaos. They
Oh,
do
that's-
not do well in chaos. They do not do
Thank God for
well
these police.
Over there.
under duress. And
Here around the corner.
that's why they just don't they shouldn't be in combat and stuff. I mean, you can see it on their face. They don't want to be there. Their body is yelling at them, get the hell out of here, or duck and get cover or something. That is their nature, and
Over there, y'all.
they push them out into these riot situations, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They don't want to be there. If you look at their faces, they look extremely distressed. I mean, when somebody is distressed, when they don't
that
like
was
where they're
coming.
at.
Thanks for all the entertainment as of late. Much appreciated, says Darth Nereb. Thank you. Very, very kind of you.
I mean, it looks like the cops they're trying to
Someone right there on the
disperse these jackasses. This isn't, to me, this is not, they're not accomplishing anything. They're not gaining any political capital.
Good run tonight. Didn't last as long as I thought, but these
Yeah,
protesters
it
are being
didn't.
lame. Worst
But
communists
they're
ever.
not getting any
Not the
political
revolutionary
gain from
cause,
it.
That's for sure.
So
But the night's still young.
I just think it's kind of stupid.
Yeah, go get him, officer. Is there any way
It
that
would
we
be
can
one
possibly
thing
cooperate with you better?
if it was like the 60s and they were getting
Dark
fire
Knight. Really
hosed and
appreciate it.
beaten with batons
Bring us a
and
52%
attacked
tonight's
sicked
phone
with
call.
German shepherds. That would be one thing. They would start to get public opinion would start turning. But they've just been outfoxed, outclassed, and just all around whooped,
Don't worry, honey,
licked
the police are here.
by this
Police are here
administration.
now to help us, honey.
And every time they make their little move,
American flag,
it's like,
blue, square. Yeah,
like they say, it's
American
kind of is like
fucking
4D chess.
conservative.
It's like, when they make a decision, they make it. It's almost like pool, where they're thinking 1 or 2 or 3 shots ahead. You know, and they're just assuming, you know, from past experience,
I fought the law
what
man
kind of
chalky milk.
decisions are going to be made, and it's almost like they just funnel people into their own demise. You know, they give them the rope to hang themselves. They give them just enough rope. And it's the first time in my life I've ever seen a politician that was a conservative that operated so efficiently and could outfox and outflank these communist bastards. And it's gone so out of style now. They're all middle-aged, fat, loser, pasty.
Look at her. She's got a monocle. What a dweeb.
Yeah, a dweeb. Look at her stupid hat. Look at that stupid hat on that woman.
I see a person is fucked up over there.
Right? What is she? A damn pirate?
What a dork.
Fat pirate.
Everyone at these leftist protests always looks like they either have a body count in the minus or plus of 20. Yes. This
Seriously.
definitely looks to
It's
me
all the people that are just
like
the
they're
most
trying-
bitter with society, that have the
Look at a
most,
few people
the biggest axe to grind. You know, they had a crappy high school. They've had
what
just,
torture
you know, they
is
were,
like.
and
You have to be tired anyway.
most
so
likely
just
because
headline for me. Can't
they're
believe
poor
you
people.
travel
They're not
country
good people.
visiting the US. You don't get a monocle, fucker.
Go home, you losers. Go home. This is garbage. I mean, I thought that the parade went off without a hitch. It was fantastic. I thought it was informative. You
Austin.
got, I mean, I've never seen a lot of that stuff, and I've never heard it, you know, explained, like, you know, each piece of
Still
equipment,
waiting. Looks like it's about 7 o'clock
each
on the west coast. in
division
California.
or
Their curfew is not till 8:30.
you know,
I'm
group
guessing
of
that's when they're
soldiers.
gonna start the fucking season.
You know, I've never, I haven't heard all, you know, all the Army's history from front to back. My dad was a Marine, so it was always about Marines when I was a kid. So I don't know as much about the Army. So that was very informative. And I know for sure that the kids and stuff today that are coming out of these schools, they don't know a damn thing about anything.
Who we hate.
So to me, the parade, that kind of makes sense, to be honest with you. I think that's
Okay, well,
how far that we've kind of sort of evolved, where, you know, everything has to be made so available to people. It has to be
I
so
noticed they don't protest any
shallow.
longer, getting tough.
You know, there's no reading between the
For
lines.
polite real quick. Yeah, that's how it
Everything
works.
is totally unambiguous.
Oh, looks like
And
we're running.
I think that that kind of sucks, because I don't know. I just feel like there's not as much discretion. You know, things are a lot more abrasive. In an I mean, I know I'm talking in abstract terms, but I want to see them put this stuff down. Seeing they have women out here in this riot gear, it just doesn't make sense. You're just gonna get them hurt. You're gonna get them hurt. And what's with these new rubber bullet rifles? These things are badass. I mean, that Australian reporter that got popped, that bitch will think twice next time before she stands out there. I mean, that dude just, like, you know, shot her right in the leg from the, you know, shooting from the hip.
Some and move 'em, yep.
but it's obviously less lethal. Probably kill you if you got hit in the temple or something like that. But they're shooting people with them, and they're not those stupid pepper balls. They're not paintball guns. I've been seeing those commercials on podcasts for that Byrna. Maybe that's what they are. Apparently they hurt like hell.
Yeah, Hassan isn't anywhere near the action, is he?
Because every time I've heard somebody speak of one, they're like, yeah, man, I got shot with one of those damn things. You know, it hurt like hell. Shit, I seen one guy on X. Now this made me shudder. The guy got shot in the nut. I was having surgery to have it removed. Ugh. I shudder at that thought. Ugh. Serves him right, though.
How we doing?
He gave his left nut for that protest.
Just getting started. I say we got another 4 or 5 hours in the tank. Let's see where it goes.
I wonder what he means.
They all know that this shit's gonna fucking pop off tonight. Every one of them knows it.
They're really yelling at the cops down there.
I think it is. I mean,
Mad
it's.
Daddy Moonshine with the 2. Thank you, boss.
I'm pretty sure it is gonna pop off tonight because it's
They all
Trump's
know it,
birthday. They've been planning this for a while.
Behind me, you can see me right now. You've got the DPS mounted.
They got all these people out,
At 9th in San Jac,
all gathered.
and then further down on 8th in San Jac.
Are they just gonna walk away?
Has, settled in front of the
I don't
JJ
think
Pitzel
so.
building, just like they did back on this past Monday when the
Oh, look, those guys got batons.
At that time, right now, it
Battens.
is tense here, but
They've got batons on them.
for the moment is behaving themselves.
Batons.
Law enforcement just holding lines, making sure no damage is done to the federal complex at this time. As I mentioned earlier, this all began earlier this afternoon.
And it blows my mind how
Protest was more
cops
like a rally, somewhat of a party.
defending
A sense of a lot
federal
of music,
property
a lot of, signs and a lot of interesting talk.
is so egregious. And or having the army
2 shot? What are you saying, 2 shot?
doing a defensive action.
The scanner? Can you just write down
What's
what
the big
scanner's
deal?
saying, please? I can't look at the link
If
right
Barack
now.
Obama can drone strike Americans,
If anybody could get some intel on anything that's going on right now,
Police
that would be
scanner from
amazing.
Salt Lake at one active
Why can't-
shooter, one
you know, if he
protester
can send
down,
them-
shooter is on the loose.
an Air Force pilot go drone strike an American citizen, why can't we send a Marine to go arrest some asshole in downtown LA? You know, it's, that's the way I feel about it.
Yeah, Freedom, we had a shooting. Shots fired, Salt Lake City protest. Reports at least 2 people shot, with one of those being the shooter.
This woman's a moron.
Looks like the shooter was shot too.
They are
Okay.
antimony venom, yes.
The crowd cleared. There was a body down. Apparently, we know nothing more than that. We are not associated with this. We need to keep the roads clear for emergency services. We need to not escalate. We are not associated with this.
Nobody's
We
escalating.
don't know anything.
It says on the news that 2 people were shot. One is the shooter. One was a protester. That information is on the internet.
2 bodies?
2 bodies.
Okay, 2 down. We are not associated with that act. 2 down.
You are not escalating anything by standing here on the street corner legally.
I don't get the,
Fuck is that guy?
yeah, kind of don't get the announcements. I guess they're kind of trying to talk these people out of the area.
Yeah, that was like right behind us.
When is it gonna go down though? This is going to come to a head.
Gonna be a wild night.
This is
Let's see,
gonna
ladies and
come to a
gentlemen,
head.
We've been going for about, what, 6 hours now? Scanner update.
There's no way
Got it.
that this doesn't devolve into violence, riots.
Person of
They
interest is in custody.
they spent money for this. They spent money on these riots. You bet your boots. There's going to be
Going about 6 hours.
violence
It is time,
tonight.
ladies and gentlemen, for a membership drive. Wake up.
And
We still got a long fucking night
You know,
ahead of us, boys and girls.
honestly, I wanted to watch it throughout the week, but I had work. It was whipping my ass, I'm telling you. Getting old. Just kidding, but to my mind, tonight looks like it's going to be the most intense. This is lame music.
Gifted memberships comes in on the R side from DPG.
Yeah, I don't care. Man. Why won't he zoom in on the ones that are good? And I don't know how to get them all the different feeds in one spot yet. I have to figure this stuff out, but I would really, really like to be able to do that, because usually there is something going on in at least one of them. But he doesn't seem to talk about him. It's like he always wants to talk about Hassan Piker, and I think that guy's a piker. He's he's lame. I think the guy is a pretentious, pompous ass. He's so full of himself.
Membership drive, baby.
And that guy Hassan, he's pretty disgusting. I mean, he does do like interviews with like known terrorists, and it seems to me like America is his enemy, and how he looks at it as the friend of, or the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So it's like anybody who declares any sort of vendetta or blood libel towards America immediately gets an interview on his couch. And he's that dude Cenk Uyghur's nephew or cousin or something. The pair of them should be freaking thrown out on their ear out of this country, because they're a pair of scumbags is what they are. And that guy Cenk Uyghur, that dude went to like Harvard or something, or was like a Rhodes Scholar or something. Like pretty well, what do they call it? Well credentialed. But he seems like a frickin' troglodyte to me. He seems like an absolute moron. He seems stupid. He seems ignorant, childish, immature, emotional. He throws these fits and bangs his hands on the table. It's like, my God, how is this guy allowed in polite society? How do we let this guy actually have a say or input on things? He's a really just gross person. I don't know.
Coming in from Daniel Santana sends in another 5 gifted memberships.
And to me,
Coming in from Pseudomaster sends in a gifted membership.
he just seems to hate us and everything about us, this country, like, that took him in and put him, he went to some of the most prestigious schools in the world, and his gratitude is talking smack all the time. And I follow him on Twitter, and he thinks it's his like God-given duty to be the political commentator of our times, like he was some sort of like a sports announcer for a baseball game on the radio in the 50s, you know? It's like he has to comment on every event, and it must be colored with his commentary, his ideas, his thoughts, the way he thinks it is. And it's really childish. It's really childish. It sounds like a 5-year-old boy after a fever dream or something. I mean, he's crazy. Every once in a while, you know, what do they say? A blind squirrel finds a nut. Every once in a while, he will agree with our side more or less, and disagree with his own side. But so he's better than some or most of these leftist lunatics, but not by much. Thank you. And then Hassan, he's like the evil little brother or something that, you know, you know, a pair of bullies, you know, that are vicious together, you know. They're rough apart, but even worse when they're together. I don't know, what was that? Oh yeah. The Ghost in the Darkness, about those lines. That movie. He made a reference to two brothers in his town he grew up with.
I'll take the money you just gave me to give you a refund on the hat. Dean Jacobs sends in a gifted Crucible membership. Very kind to you, sir.
I'm ready to see these damn things get quelled.
The grift break continues.
What's crazy is these feeds that are like, look at this. What is that feed?
Taking a shot at a bar,
what?
Watching a stream appreciate it.
What is that? A drone? It's got to be a drone. It's incredible. How can that be how? Do you control something that far away? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand, because I've seen this, and I was thinking to myself, the technology, like, we just have drones floating around, seeing everything going on, and
which fall into your coffee only enhance the flavor. Nobody will ever know that except you and me. The rest of these schmucks, they're never gonna know what that's like. It's just fucking amazing.
This guy's crazy. Andrew Wilson. He's pretty wild, but he's pretty logical. Pretty logical gentleman. You know, and then you keep getting these feeds where the cops start backing people down.
$50 from DPG thing.
And then it changes.
Keeping him smiling. Thanks, Andrew. Not one step back. Jungle F.
I want to see these people. Oh.
Well, thank you, Jungle.
What is that idiot doing? You know, those little street scooters that people are always on the streets now. I swear that it's like the Wild West. Here shortly, I guarantee they're going to start legislating, because people they drive like crazy people on those scooters, and they look much more dangerous than a damn motorcycle to me. They're so zippy. Those people pop up out of nowhere. I mean, I would imagine a lot of people have died on those little electric street scooters. They look dangerous as all get out to me. Dangerous as all get out. Yeah, what the hell gets this footage? What gets that? It's so cool if that's a drone. I mean, that's incredible. If we have technology that controls drones like that.
Best commie coverage I've seen.
Well, yeah, we do. Of course we do. But like, personal for people. I was under the impression that we just had remote control, like typical. Then again, it is in the city. Maybe it's using Wi-Fi. I don't know. There it is again. That's so cool how it just hovers.
Fucking Piker.
It's so
Thank God
cool.
he's offline. It's the only useful thing he's done all day.
Huh. There's a tension going on here
Looks like bike cops
where
finally
the
going
cops
to-
have drawn a line in the sand, and these people aren't sure if they want to cross it. They're not too sure. They
I'll have to look at the cam again.
they're not sure what's going to happen because Trump sent the
Tonight has definitely
National
fallen
Guard
now
and Marines.
on East Coast time. It's dark here in Michigan. We're on Eastern time.
So I want to
It's
say
fallen.
tonight
There's a lot
has
of
to
shit popping off out east before you
tonight
get
has to be the night
west.
that they
In fact, I'll
that they
say
uncork
okay,
this
tip
thing.
off to the summer of love, baby. Coming very soon.
I hope they
Very
stop it tonight.
and brought to you
That's what I would like to see.
Christy Walton.
Personally, I would like to see it stop tonight.
Hiker gets tear gas. Everyone has to send 20.
Because honestly, I don't want to see the Summer of Love. I thought that was lame. It sucked. Wasn't cool. I don't live in those cities. It's not something that I went through personally, but it's not something I want to see people go through either.
Let's forge ahead. The tide.
People died, for
Thank you,
goodness
Breaker, for
sakes.
tonight, Sir Andrew. You're welcome, David. Very welcome.
It's not to be sneezed at.
Yeah, it's been fun, T-Speak. You have a good night if you're getting out of here. Elton John, Saturday night, all right.
I was just kind of wondering if
Might be all right.
I could live stream movies on this thing, like, because I've tried to make a few movies or a few videos where it was like critiques on movies, where I would like cut out pieces of the movie, and then I would just salient points that I picked up out of movies, like like The Searchers and stuff like that, and they always get flagged, always, and I really like movies, and I really, really would like to have something about movies as a channel. And I've noticed some people on the locals and stuff will do live streams of movies, and I've just thought it would be cool if I could do that. I would love to do that. Not necessarily to just comment on a movie the whole way through or anything like that. I like watching movies, not talking in movies.
Green Sean sends in
But
5 usable memberships. Very kind of you.
I like discussing good movies with people because so, no matter how good of a critic you are of movies and stuff and art, you can't see it from every angle. And somebody always sees it from an angle that you didn't think of, and it's always intriguing. I like being intrigued and interested. It's nice to hear a refreshing opinion, or for somebody to make a refreshing point that you've never heard. We all like to be challenged. Nobody wants to. What
Police are at the 50-yard line.
life wouldn't be worth living if it wasn't challenging.
Iron Ball
If
says,
it wasn't one big
once on
challenge.
played, speak English or brutal.
Oh, these guys bring out
Side sends in another 50
painting
memberships.
masks.
Going it all for
Losers.
just
Losers. And that guy Hassan Piker, he was talking about, we have mutual cooperation where people bring supplies like masks and and basically bricks and stuff, and I'm thinking to myself,
Have they interviewed the 20-year-old?
what in the hell supplies and gear do you need for a peaceful protest? You aren't talking about peaceful protesting. You're talking about destruction. You're talking about demolition. So, as far as I'm concerned, you shouldn't wait for those people to start demolishing a city, you know, when they start gathering and start getting violent and stuff. You just quell it, put it down. It's better for everybody involved. It's better for the city. It's better for the citizens. Better for the cops, I would imagine.
Before the curfew is implemented. Cops are not fucking around, they are out in force.
Nice. That's what I like to hear.
Scott Majewski sends in 10 Crucible memberships. Very kind of you.
Because they got the other side closed. They came back this way because they didn't want to have to wait.
Losers.
If they arrest them or they give them the free pass.
The cops are out there in force. I like it.
There was.
I'm glad.
Alright, looks like they let them out.
We caught it.
Man, I should got beef jerky at Costco today. Son of a gun. I got the stick kind, but I didn't get. Should have got the strips.
Going on everywhere. New
Damn,
scent.
sound really good right now.
Very kind of you, Mantid. Big
I
W.
can't. I just can't seem to eat enough
Doing a great
protein
job.
or meat.
We have a great support team here at the Crucible.
Where? Let's see. Nice. It's crazy. I remember when I used to think cops were not. I never thought cops were pigs, or never was against cops in that sense. But you know, I didn't ever want to get I don't want to get in trouble. So naturally, you have an aversion. But when you get older, it's like all of a sudden you start to appreciate law and order and safety. You start to appreciate all the great things that this country gave to me, or to us. And you want to protect it. And you want to save it and cherish it and pass it along. So when you see people just damaging the country, you want those cops to be empowered to do what they gotta do and to use their discretion. And because this country has given me a lot, and I don't want to see it tarnished by these bad people, these awful people. They're very evil. They have this evil ideology. It destroys every single thing it touches. I don't know how, it just, could there be a more destructive thing than the ideology of Karl Marx and socialism and communism and Marxism, and it's just every single thing it touches, it destroys. It's destroyed women through feminism. It just destroys everything. I wonder where this is. This must be like Chicago. Or no, it's LA. Yeah, LA. ICE in LA, Marines deployed. Sponsored by Law Office of Chain, Cone, and Clark. Huh. Fireworks are prettiest at night. People sick of not being able to commute to work. 30 minutes until curfew. Ah, I see then. Oh. Uh-oh. What? Uh-oh. I don't know. Is it gonna pop off here? Is it gonna pop off here? Look at all the storefronts. All the storefronts are closed like a mall. They're all locked up. Imagine that. These people, they come out and they're looking to damage this stuff. They're looking to destroy. Some honest, innocent business owner who's got employees, who have families, who have children that need to eat. It's just, man, these people, they're bad people. They're bad people that are behind the whole day's worth of all these protests today and the last week. The people at every level are evil. The protesters on the ground, to the mayor of the city, to the governor of the state, to the billionaire that's been paying for this crap. Soros, or that, yeah, probably Soros, wouldn't surprise me. Guy's a scumbag. So's his son. "30 minutes until curfew." Son of a gun. Man, I can't. I know it's going down tonight, so I'm just gonna wait it out. I'll be damned if I'm gonna miss this. This is a big deal. This might be one of the inflection points of this presidential term. Never know. Doesn't hurt to. I mean, like I went to a Trump rally from the jump. Like I actually, I shook his hand at a Trump rally. And the people that sat next to me, I made friends with them. They got their hats signed by Trump at the end. This was before he had Secret Service. This was when you could still shake the guy's hand. And he did it after his rallies. It's pretty incredible. And I liked him at the time, but everybody said, no way, that'll never happen. And I'm incredibly proud that, that I actually, that I liked what I heard, and enough for me to drive an hour away, wait for 3 or 4 hours in the sun, and wait to see Donald Trump speak. It was awesome. It was a great time. And my mom went to one later on that year, but you can't hardly even get into a Trump rally nowadays. That's going to be an iconic memory, an iconic American memory for a lot of generations. Think of how many of us, and how wide the age gap of all the people that have been to Trump rallies. And those people will always share those memories of Trump and going to the rallies and what the atmosphere was like and what the people were like, and because I thought it was a really beautiful thing. It was almost like a little hippie-ish almost. It was like everybody was in such a good mood and everybody was all smiles, beaming almost. Damn. There are all the jeans. Goodness gracious. I don't know what the hell she did. what's going on here. I think something went, like, it's like these people are literally just waiting around hoping they can provoke these cops into doing something stupid. Because barring the cops doing something stupid, these protesters have totally lost this fight. Nobody thinks better of them because of this. We all think they are a bunch of loudmouth, petulant children. And nobody is nobody cares. Like, even the black community's like, yeah, we know you don't care about us, so why would we care about you? Man, I started drinking these liquid IV things. Get them from Costco. They're so damned expensive on Amazon and stuff. They're over $1. I think they're for like 16-ounce bottles of water. I put them in 26 ounces, but they're pretty legit. They have other flavors. This one is crazy. It tastes exactly like a bomb pop. I mean, exactly like a bomb pop. Which made me think, like, wow, when they made those popsicles, they did it to keep those kids from getting dehydrated throughout the day. They made good tasting popsicles that children had in the middle of the day in the 50s, and that kept them cool and hydrated and kept them in a safe situation. And they have other flavors though too. Like I always get the bomb pop. Oh, see, there's those guns again. There's those guns again. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Popping them off. I love it. Wow, and they carry around a little bag, a little pouch off on their side. You see the one cop that was just booking it. Man, and look at I was just gonna point to stupid Palestine flag, a Hamas protester flag. This whole intersectionality crap where all these people with totally different, look at them all. It's crazy that the police, they have these guns now, these rubber bullet guns. Like, they never had that before. They used to have to engage people. Not anymore. Damn, look at all the cops coming in. Uh-oh. I think it's fixing to pop off here. I wouldn't want to be in that street alley right now. As a policeman or protester. Not in any capacity. Takes real nerve to stare down mobs like that. It's not easy. Mobs can be quite dangerous, quite unpredictable. People do some pretty nasty things when they're in the herd. People have been lynched for almost nothing because of mobs. Mob rules, we got that term. Those rubber bullet guns just seem like the cat's ass to me. Like the fact that they can just draw a bead on people. And it's almost like a laser pointer where they just kind of like, you know, like a laser pointer and a cat, just shoo them away.
Gutter area, right here on the sidewalk. You cannot go past the gutter area. You have to let the police cars.
Damn. Maybe. Is there not another? I wonder if that's tear gas as well as rubber bullets.
Front right, stand by. This bumper, that's where you belong. Okay? As soon as officers move forward, front bumper, no further.
Big old porn star mustache. 70s porn stash. Every one of those cops that's got a one of those rubber pellet guns has one of them green straps. I wonder why they would want it to be. I guess to deterrent. Are they just spending money? We'll let the people stand around. We'll pay all these cops millions of dollars. We'll have a Mexican standoff, pun intended. And we won't get anything. We won't make any statements. We won't set any examples. We'll just spend money.
Someone burnt some hair. That's not why.
Why are they hurting them? Maybe they... Wow, look how tiny that one is. Oh my god, look how small that guy is. What in the hell? What is that guy, 3.5 feet tall? Holy crap, man. What a little pissant.
Hey guys, we're all gonna get yelled at. That cop said to go. He just said to come up. All right.
Huh.
I know. It's just he's standing on us. He's
They're Following the cops. This didn't seem smart. They're not messing around. That's crazy, they're letting themselves get flanked on the roof. Like, you're really kind of a sitting duck if you let people get the high ground like that. "13 minutes. I'm here for it. I want to see hell break loose. I missed it all over the week. I had to work. Now imagine you need emergency services in LA. Or you need the police in LA. And you're a law-abiding citizen. You're gonna be on your own. Because all these scumbag communists, they decide they want to destroy some America, or they want to destroy some shit. Look, man, that guy's drawing a bead. Those things really must have some pretty damn good accuracy, because you see them guys just popping off with them. And people take them serious too. They don't like. It doesn't seem like they like getting hit with them. I used to buy powdered Gatorade. There's so much dye in that. And you know, it's there's no reason one should have to justify putting dyes and stuff like. I like Gatorade, but why can't you just make the damn powder white? That's kind of why I like that Liquid IV. Typical flavors usually, and you know, no dye, low sugar, 50 calories a packet. Still tastes good. Has some sugar, but I don't know. It just seems it's like $1 a pack from Costco. You get 32 for $30. It almost lasts me the whole week. It's funny how things go that way. Like, I remember when all the health stuff was kind of a rich thing. It was kind of a well-to-do situation with the organic and stuff. It's totally become it's lost its class status. It spans all the classes now. Nobody wants to eat poison. See, what I love about this is all these cops, they've got the optics right. They've sent out, in a lot of videos I've seen where they've had, or the ICE agents, they've had black guys, they've had Spanish guys. Jesus. Boy, they were not tolerating any of that business. They grabbed that guy up so damn quick. Holy crap. It's funny, I'm seeing in the comments, I am so sick of this. We all are. We are all ready to see this squashed. We are ready for our government, for our police officers to finally quell this garbage and show this unruly shitheel, shit-lived mob that they are not the boss of this country. They don't get to just hold it hostage whenever they lose. That this is a democracy and they better sit the hell down and shut the hell up. Or it's only going to get worse. I think they're just making it worse for themselves. I'm starting to think that the Republicans are going to win the midterms, because unless Donald Trump screws up royally, and I do mean royally, with the economy and stuff, I just don't see how people could vote for these nutcases, these leftist loons. Come on. I should literally, that guy, it's 13 minutes, 10 minutes ago. I think curfew is fixing to hit. No way. Oh, wow. No shit. That's pretty wild. That guy just flipped it right over. Look at them. They're aiming up at the roof. I wonder if he can actually hit people. They're testing these things out, is what they're doing. Because I don't think I've ever seen these little pellet rifles or rubber pellet rifles. I don't know what the hell these things really are. It seems like new technology. It's pretty cool. Huh. It sounds like a reporter is saying what I was just saying. That's kind of crazy. God dang it. I won't. They're just gonna let. Oh no. He's checking his watch there. Oh man, they're. Damn. Can you hear their boots on? I think I could hear the boots on the ground. They got their batons, their nightsticks, the billy clubs. Was that a freaking rifle report? Or maybe it was just 3 of those green things. I don't know what the hell it was, but it sounded semi-auto. It's crazy how they're letting people assault them from the roof. That's crazy.
Sorry. So just listening to police there. They're trying to clear the roof and then move us getting out of the way so we can get a direct line of vision of this intersection that they have so heavily on.
I see what they're doing. They're clearing the roofs. Then they're fixing to clear out these scumbags. For sure. That's what they're about to do. Because these people on the roof here, I guess they're throwing bottles and all kinds of stuff down on the street here. And they're waiting for, and they actually showed it. They panned up, and you could see there were maybe every 10 foot there was some sort of a troublemaker agitator up there that was, had some sort of a projectile in his hand. So they backed off for a second, and it looks like, I guess they're clearing the roofs now, so that they can just move in and sweep up the street here. Get rid of all this riffraff and this refuse. Look, I mean, I'm ready. It's funny to see. I've seen all the these little squads of cops come running in out of nowhere. They just seem to appear from one street or an alley, one or another. Boom, and they come in and they're they're kind of running and marching, and then they just kind of disappear. I would imagine those are the teams they have going on the roofs to clear these guys, because they sent a few of them in. Out. It's funny, you see the women, the female officers, they're in a supporting role for the male officers. You see the one there, she's like getting drinks for the guys. Her here, she's grabbing waters and stuff for the boys, making sure none of them get too parched. Hey, takes all kinds. And if you're going to be out there doing this work, this is pretty tough work, and it doesn't help to have a few females around to take care of the group. They tend to think ahead when it comes to provisioning a little bit better. Boy, they must be doing something about the people on the roof, because they just can't seem to keep their eyes off. They're gonna quell this. I just don't. I think that the group of people that are protesting this stuff, the group of people that are reflexively against everything Trump is, even if they held that position 5 years ago, this group, it's a lot smaller than I think we're witnessing just about all of it in these protests, but the whole group in the country, it's kind of a small amount. And if they would just shut up, things would be going a lot better. It seems like most people are sick of this. I see it in the comments. I see it on X. I mean, people are sick of it. Democrats, Republicans, anybody but, these absolute radical freaking liberal lunatics, this LGBTQ mafia, these Mexican groups that are, and there's this racial element that they have added to it. Their Viva la Raza rhetoric. It's just, people are, man, we just got, the border was open for 4 years, and people have been shitting on us for years now, and we vote for somebody to clean the house up, so to speak, a little bit, and these assholes show up to obstruct the deal, to obstruct cleaning everything up. People are sick of it, and I think everybody has pretty much resigned themselves to give the cops the leeway to use their own discretion and put this stuff down. Nobody wants to see anybody killed or anything like that, but like this sheriff down here, Wayne Ivey or whatever the heck his name is, in Brevard County. When you're stern like that, people, there's a hard line in the sand. They know exactly how far they can go, and they go no further. You set up some clear boundaries, and they're gonna move around a lot, but they're damn sure gonna stay within those boundaries. And I think, from watching some of the protests today in Florida, and from my own experience, because I've seen those protests, and they tend to pick spots that are like, there's one here in Orlando where there's like an overpass. It used to be a really crappy intersection that you would wait forever if you were there during rush hour for the cycle of the light. Well, they did an overpass for one part of the road, one of the roads intersecting the intersection, and it's weird because when they do that, you can't walk across the overpass, but that's where the people will protest. It's on those little island kind of things that they'll have the crosswalk signs and stuff on, and they'll stand there. And around those overpasses, there's not a business nearby. There's hardly any foot traffic. I mean, they really choose spots that will not impede anybody, that will not cost any businesses any money. They won't cause anybody to be late for anything. And they will stand there for hours and they will do their thing and they will protest. I have seen them personally. And they behave themselves. And, you know, I will, I'll give them a reaction. I've honked like, screw you guys, you know, stuff like that. But no trouble. And this stuff in LA, man, people, the dichotomy, the stark contrast between law and order states and no law and order states. California, I mean, the people that still live there, they must be at their wits' end with this.
They're yelling out the windows up above.
Some of the stuff these Mexican people have been saying. You know, I guess the women, they haven't realized yet, but TikTok, we can all see TikTok videos. And they get on there and they tell on themselves. They say how they really feel. And some of them really just hate America too. They flat out say it, that they're here for the money and the opportunity to make money. That's it. They think they have better culture, better cuisine, all these better things, and that they have the better culture. But for some reason, it's the better culture, yet you can't feed your children as a result of that better culture. Interesting how that works. Like, I think the minimum wage there is $15 a day. A day. Huh. They have a hell of a lot of nerve. To behave as though, like, they're actually trying to, they've been making arguments saying it doesn't matter that we're illegal. We used to, or Mexicans used to live on this, or own this land. We're indigenous, which isn't the truth, and this land was bought, LA. America bought that land. So, but they're making this argument, and you can't even engage with the argument. To engage with it, it's like it's their delay tactic. They get you caught up in semantics. That's how they win. They stay arguing with you. And the next thing you know it, your opportunity's gone. What is going on? How is it? What are they waiting on? I just don't get it. Not only that, but somehow it's getting